If you're looking for a great entry-level travel trailer, something to just get you out and camping, this right here is an excellent option. This is the 2025 Pioneer 17 RB. It's a rear bath camper built for two, and it has everything you need to get outside and go camping without having just over-the-top bells and whistles. I mean, starting off right here, right? The layout is an excellent layout with a campsite dinette, a window there so you're able to see out to your campsite. That's what you want to see in the morning when you're having your breakfast, drinking your morning cup of coffee. This also does drop down into a small bed. Now, honestly, it's probably not going to work for most adults. You're just not going to have the space. But if you have a kiddo or if you need a spot for like a pack and play, this is an excellent spot for it. That way it's out of the walkway to the bathroom. Just as long as the kids aren't crawling out of the pack and plagues, obviously they're going to be elevated. But again, that is kind of an excellent extra space right over here. Right up top, you will see some more storage. And something I do like is they put an electrical out here, which really gives us a lot of versatility for this space. So if you want it for like a toaster, something like that, I know it's kind of up high, even like a coffee maker, right? You could probably fit like a Keurig thing right up there. I think that's just a nice extra spot. Or again, if you just want to put electronics up there to charge your cell phone, you can do that too. You get some hidden storage right over here to the side, or covered storage rather, not quite hidden, but I do enjoy that as well. And then let's hit the kitchen real quick, and then we'll talk about the bathroom. You'll see that you do have a decent sized refrigerator, especially for a smaller camper like this. You have the microwave right up top again. Overhead storage. You will have the hood above the 2-burner cooktop with the window there, decorative backsplash, and you get pretty decent countertop prep space. They helped achieve that by going with a 2-burner instead of 3-burner cooktop, and you can see they turned it. And then you have a single basin sink over here as well, but it does give you that additional prep space. Something I really do like is this right here, the fact that this one does have a tankless water heater. Due to the heat source, the refrigerator, the heat source being the fireplace, as well as a tankless water heater, this one really is designed more to be plugged into a campground. Unless you have a portable generator, you're not going to be able to run a lot of the things in here. So again, it's kind of getting you into that campground lifestyle, getting out RVing. The tankless water heater is fantastic though, just because it is instant on-demand hot water. Down underneath, you have 2 drawers. So you have a spot for some of your flatware. Again, probably have to go sideways here. And as I mentioned, the heat source, this right here is going to be the main heat source in the RV. That is a fireplace. Yes, it looks great, but it's also going to be a 5,000 BTU electric space heater. Is it going to keep you cool during the winter? No. Or keep you warm, rather? It won't. It will not work in the winter. But if you're talking about, in the summer and it just starts to chill, get a little bit cooler at night, that will do enough to at least bring a little bit of warmth in this RV. Now, on hot days, this one does have a roof-mounted AC, which at this price point, I'm honestly shocked. Most of this price point will have wall mounted. I really like that they went with the roof mount. It looks a lot nicer. It's a lot cleaner. You won't get condensation dripping back into your RV if it's unlevel. So that right there is a really nice feature. And again, I'm pretty shocked they went that route, but I'm very happy for it. When we come back into the rear bathroom, the nice thing about a rear bath, it just gives you a lot more space. So that way, if you want a space to actually get dressed, you can do that. A lot of times in like a side aisle bathroom, it's really tough. You just don't have a good spot to change clothes. Also, you always have a lot of room around the toilet, or most of the time in a rear bath, and this one's no exception. I have plenty of space for my legs, great space for my shoulders. And over to the side, take a look at this giant wardrobe storage. Again, a lot of times in smaller RVs, they lack a lot of storage. So at least for clothes, this one does a really good job with the big wardrobe here. You also have that little cutout right underneath. Now, as for the shower, at 6 foot tall, I do have to duck my head a little bit. I guess I can stand up right here, but I kind of in the middle of the shower, kind of over to the side. Chances are I'll be back here a little bit further. Probably are going to have to duck the head down. It's not necessarily a deal breaker. Just want you to be aware that at 6 foot, that is probably going to be the case. Now, as for up front, we can talk a little bit about the bedroom space itself. You'll see the queen bed here. This does have some storage underneath, and it has 2 different ways to access it. One is going to be this hidden storage here, perfect for some of your smaller items. If you have larger items, or like you need a spot for a laundry basket, actually tucked underneath, this is all open down here. So you have all that additional storage space. I do kind of like how they divided that up. Both sides, you will get nightstands, electrical outlets here as well. For TV, your hookups will be right up on the ceiling. There is a spot to mount that. I highly recommend a swing arm so you can swing it around when you're sitting in the dinette. And then you also have the shelf right across the top here for just a little bit of additional storage here inside. All right, let's take a look at the outside of the 2025 Pioneer 17 RB. Right up front here, we're going to have our 20-pound propane tank. You can see rails right back behind that for the battery. You also have the diamond plating up front, helping to protect that front end from rocks and debris that may get thrown up by the tow vehicle. Now, coming around to the side, you will see the pass-through storage. You'll notice it does have a magnetic catch on there, which I really like. Pretty good size pass-through, too. It is not lit, which is unfortunate, but again, the storage size you're getting in there is pretty good, especially given the size of the trailer. You're going to have a conventional build, so aluminum siding on this one. The nice thing about aluminum, I know a lot of people want fiberglass, but this is a lot easier to repair if something happens because you can just take a panel out and put a new panel in. So especially if you're looking to get into RVing, not only will it save you a little bit of money, but again, it may save you some money on the back end if you ever have to get repairs. You'll also notice the power awning with an LED light strip, so that way you have some good coverage here. Also has that additional light. And I really like the door. Despite being dirty, I probably should have washed this RV first. But you can see this one does have a really nice door on here. It's going to be like an upgrade over your standard door, just having the solid black. I think it looks, again, it just kind of helps add to that aesthetic piece. Going back a little bit further, we get into our tires. You have 205/75 14-inch tires with the Easy Lube axles there as well. And something else that I think is really impressive is the fact that you have 4 stabilizer jacks. You have 2 in the back, which is going to be pretty normal, but you also get 2 up front, which again, a lot of times on an RV this size, they only give you the rear ones, but having all 4 definitely makes it more stable. Right up top, you'll also see backup camera prep in the event you want that. Just give you that added visibility when backing up. Having the prep makes it a lot easier to install. It's basically a plug and play operation. You also get the square tubular bumper. So if you have the proper sewer hose, you can store the sewer hose in there. Again, not all of them will fit though, depending on some of the connections there, but having a bumper is always a nice thing to have. Then making our way to the back, just a few things I want to point out. One is going to be the termination is right back here. You can see both our black and gray tank valves there, as well as the low point drains for any kind of winterization. As I mentioned inside, this one does have the tankless on-demand water heater, cable inlet, black tank flush on here. Again, that's something I'm pretty shocked to see at this price point. Makes it a lot easier to wash out the black tank. Just hook that up and it will wash it out for you instead of having to stick a hose down the toilet. City water inlet here, our fresh tank fill there. And then of course this one has the 30 amp power cord. So again, if you're looking for something to get into RVing, you want just a good couples coach, this one right here is the one. If you're looking for price and availability, that will be right down in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'm Ian Baker. Until next time, we'll see ya.